Okay, good morning. So yeah, I decided on the streaming that I'll go for lower resolution, like HD resolution as opposed to 4K, um, and rather have like more like quicker. What's it called? Like it's more in. There's no latency between like the chat and the stream. Well, short latency with recent streams having some activity in the comments, I think it's much better to. And we're not like 4K is more like proper video content. We're just looking at code and my face, which doesn't, which maybe shouldn't be shown in 4K. Oh, you'll have to excuse me. I bought this gym membership. Like I actually used to exercise a lot when I was younger. Uh, but I stopped. And having kids and stuff, you actually you are very active. But now that they're growing older, I'm not running as much after them, carrying them around and all of that stuff. So now I have to get back to exercising. And I went there yesterday morning, and I think I strained my knee, so I can't like. It's weird. So I had like a really bad night because it hurts like hell. So I think I'm a little bit tired. But I'm also pumped because after a lot of back and forward with signals and how to deal with asynchronicity, I've decided that the problem isn't the signal. The problem is immer. We shouldn't include immer, and this is what I do. I've said this many times before. I get excited. I want to make things as accessible as possible, but doing so, I actually add API surface and I lock it in, so it gets harder to like do like the fundamental thing. And this is a very good example of that. Because immer works, of course, well if you only have normal values. But if you have a promise, it doesn't even make sense to use immer. So kind of hard coding signals to immer is just a bad idea. And I'll show you how we can use immer very easily regardless, because we now have a functional signature for signals. Using immer is like a blast. So new value, oops, value. So that's just gonna look like that. And then there is something wrong in the actual typing of a signal now, because we have to continue doing this. So if we're trying to update and it is a promise, we need to, the void thing there was related to immer. So now, oh, sorry. So when you update the return, wait a minute. Yeah, exactly. So the update callback should return a normal promise, but you get an observable promise as the current value. And what you get back is an observable promise. Great. What this means is that when you want to update a signal that has a promise, what you do is that you basically just say my signal promise current, and then you can do current and value plus 1, like whatever you want to do. That's how you update it. And then you can use immer here. And the way you would use immer, so then is kind of like the signal itself, like you just give it a callback where you get the current value. So what you would do with immer here was, given this was an array, you could do produce, draft, I guess is the term, and you could do like draft.push foo produce. So it's very simple to do that. And then if it's not a promise, you would just do this if you want to use immer. My signal array. Yeah. So I think that's much better. And now we're not making that decision for you. And we're also like we're leaning into React here, and exposing mutation APIs just doesn't fit. It I think that has to be an opinion of the team. It's not the opinion of the library. The other thing we're going to fix is we're going to bring back the old way of using the stores. We're not going to have this traditional observer thing. And the reason is that through these conversations, I realized that Immer is not, does not have to be as, how should I put it? Relatable. Like you really have to understand the underlying value of impact. And it's complicated, the underlying value. Like you need a lot of experience to understand why you would want to use impact. And in that sense, you will also understand why we use the using keyword, explicit resource management. So to put it very bluntly, like Cerebral and Overmind is just as much for juniors as for seniors, but Impact is more of a senior tool because the things it solves is something that you really only notice with a lot of experience. Yeah, I think like that's how I think about it now, at least. So let's go and find that code. Wait, is this? Oh. I wonder how I can how can I make this auto suggestion be? But now it always chooses this one. Can I like? Oh, I can remove it. Yes. So now if I do git, no, it chooses that one again. How do I forget this page? Like it's very annoying. It's very annoying. Anyways. Funny, we have similar amount of commits. Last week, new iteration, progress. Is this it? Warn about suspense. Yeah, I think this is a good place to... Oh, wait, update docs. Oh, I think I should try here. No, what happened? There we go. Use store. So we're gonna grab this one. Yeah, this has all the things. So that's use store. Use store, and we also need observer. And then function observer should just be this. Then I think we're missing like the is development thing. What else is missing here? Oh, active component observer context. Active component observer context should be after global stores. Cool. Oh yeah, and then I changed this to be observer context dot current dot pop. No, stack dot pop. Cool. So now we change that back. Sorry. Let's just quickly test it. And we also need some information from the docs here. Is this where we have? No, it's on the front page. Okay, we'll find it. So we have our counter store, and now we're gonna because the thing is, like, even this thing, you have to like use two of them. Like, you have to use two lines regardless. Like, the bad thing about using is that you can't destructure it. So sorry, this should be use counter. You can't destructure this. So you have to kind of use two lines for that. But you would still like have one line for observer and one for grabbing the store. So at the end of the day, you are really using, and maybe you don't want to destructure it. So yeah, use counter. Oops. Like that. And now we don't need to, well, this one needs to be a memo. So that's fine, but you have linters that like tells you to set the name of the thing. But you wouldn't have that for the custom observer. Didn't we have the actual? Oh, I broke it. How did I break it? How did I break it? Damn it. Oh, I think we're missing an active component observer context. Let's move back. If that's fine. But somewhere we actually set it. Oh, we do it here. Wait, we're not using observer context? Oh. That's fine. Why didn't it work? Active component observer context. We're creating the observer. Probably change something else. What did I do? What did I do? Thinking. It can't be this one. So use store. Okay, let's just check to see if it's actually creating observer context. What did I do? Um, you know what? I think we're missing is in signal. We had this that confused me a little bit. Function signal is resolving store from component. We're missing this one. Let's see. Where is that defined? Signal. Signal. So when we're getting a value, we're having this check. So that would be do we have more of those? Is resolving. Yeah, we have the same in derived. Where is derived? Let's just copy this. And do we have more of those? No, we have those two. By the way, where did the type derived go? Let's bring that back. Function derived equals t equals t. Cool. Let's try again. God damn it. What did I do? Fuck. Okay, we're gonna just try. God damn it. I'm just gonna try. No, I can't copy the whole thing. Okay, let's look in the signal and see if it actually. Accessing signal. Get value. Damn it. Accessing signal and defined. That's weird. Oh, that's derived. Where's signal? Damn it. Like I'm thinking about just copy pasting the old code and then refactor the signal again. Accessing signal. I think it's the derived. That's the problem. Let's copy the code of the derived. I think I messed up the derived. Where's derived? Here it is. Let's just copy the whole thing. That's signal derived. Yeah, it was definitely something missing there. Oh. Yeah. Server context stack pop. Oh fuck. Oh yeah, that's why it was different, of course. Let's do this. Should that be enough? Ah, it's still not working. Damn it, what did I do? But then I have accessing signal. Derived. There's something about the derived, that's for sure. Well, accessing derived is the wrong term, but doesn't matter. Because it says undefined here, which is really, really weird. Why does it say undefined? Oh, of course, it's this signal. Oh yeah, okay, but this is fine. So it's oh, god damn it. Let's copy the signal code. Let's just copy all of this signal. And then we're just gonna copy the whole thing and see if it works. You know what? We're gonna have the derived as well. Well, no, that's an easy fix. Let's see here now. Okay, and then we grab the signal code. Why doesn't this have... Where's the type? Oh, because I have read-only store. Yeah, let's just yeah, I don't want store anymore anyways. Oh, come on. So we'll do this. And then the derived should just be this again. I wonder what I did. Oh, it's still not working. Okay. Let's just bring back the old thing and then let's actually understand what the problem is. Okay, so what the hell are we doing? We are defining these things, derived, count. Then we're using the counter. And we're accessing double. And for some reason... when we're registering the signal to the observer context, let's see. What the fuck? What is the observer context current? And then calling, callback. It's almost like have I made changes to observer context? I haven't made any changes to this. So I'm very curious what it can be. Maybe it's a bug that's been there a long time and we just haven't found it. So created observer context, accessing signal promise. And then we have an observer context for a component that's accessing the derived. That's great. And then we're accessing signal 0. And we've registered for this. So here we have 2 signal trackers. Get value. Can I call this? So this should be 1 for the derived and 1 for but what about the what about the derived? Why isn't it creating so we have the what the fuck calling callback. So why didn't we have what is created observer? Where did I put that? Oh, that's part of uStore. I don't understand this. Function derived. God damn it. So calling callback. And in this case, we should have a new observer context. Oh, did I reset it? No. And then God damn it. But I think there's something wrong here. Like when we have a signal, I think this is what I was like, didn't quite understand. Yeah. Let's see, function. I think that's the problem. Yeah, I think this is the problem. So when we go in and we extract the signal, so what happens is that first it creates an observer context for the component, and then it goes in and it is resolving the store. And if not is resolving store, I think, okay, let's see this. Type this. I'm wondering why it seems like it's not running this when we're running the derived. Accessing signal. Derived. let's see. Adding getter. I think this actually is running. Yeah, accessing signal derived, adding getter. And then when we change... Okay, so let's continue. So when we go in and we actually change the value, we notify on the signal. Okay, so let's look at the derived. If the derived actually triggers. What the fuck? So that should trigger when I click the increase. Yeah, it does. Or at least once. But for some reason, when I notify, it doesn't trigger the observer. There doesn't seem to be an observer context that's triggering, which I find weird. Let's see if we have... register getter, register. How does this work? I notify on the signal, and then the context has... Okay, so the question is, does the signal have the context? Signal tracker. So we're notifying here. What the fuck? This is a get value. This dot context count. No, length, size. Like there should be a context there. We can even look at them, I think. Array from... I didn't expect getting stuck in this today. So we're accessing signal in the derived, adding the getter, calling increase. And the number is now... But the derived... Okay, so this is the weird thing. The derived doesn't have an observer context. Why doesn't the derived have an observer context? It should have the same observer context as the signal here. Well, sorry, not the same, because this is the derived observer context, but this should have the component observer context, but it doesn't for some reason. So let's look at derived again. So this was the what the fuck, and it has two signal trackers. It has what the hell is this? This has no. Why doesn't it have thinking? Okay, let's think about it. We have an observer context that is the component, and then we create a new observer context when we access the derived. And there we add the signal, and then we should be back here. Yeah, so we're adding the derived to the component context. That's what's happening here. Now the thing is, we need to add. But this signal. No, what don't we have here? So the count signal has an observer context, which is the derived. But the derived doesn't have an observer context. Thinking. There's something wrong here. How should this work? How should this work? So we're adding this signal, but why doesn't this signal? If I'm adding this signal, oh my god, I can't think. But why does it work before? That is a bigger mystery to me. Where do we actually add the context? It's when we subscribe. Okay, so does it have all the getters? Okay, let's look at this. So it has. Okay, so it has. The component observer context has both signal trackers added. So it has the tracker for whatever this is. But for some reason, there aren't any getters. or there aren't any contexts. Oh, this is so complicated. For each signal. What? How can this be nothing? Like, this is what we're doing here. We're subscribing to the signals here. And we have track 2 getters. One of them is probably the... maybe, yeah, by the way, we should simplify it. Let's just mount the counter. Yeah, let's see. Okay. So we have an observer context, and we have an observer context. Oh, god damn it. Should I call it? I think I want to call it signal. Signal tracker is a little bit weird. But this should be the derived, I think. This is too complicated for my brain. I can't believe I actually wrote this. Oh, this is notify. Maybe I should type notify. Oh, sorry. This is the one. So this should be the observer context of the derived, and this is the observer context of the component. But for some reason, this observer context doesn't have any getters. Is it because we're clearing the getters? So whenever we notify, oh, this is so annoying. Okay, let's check what context is being cleared. This. So I don't understand. This is exactly how it should run. But how can the getters be? I am here. I have the component. I'm in the component. It registers. Oh, I have a what the fuck here as well. It's track derived. Track derived. So we're tracking the derived here, which means it's registering getter. Registering derived getter. So we're registering the derived getter, which means that this getter should be on the component context. And then when that context subscribes, it should go to this derived signal and add that context. Which should be here. Subscribing context. This dot getters size. I don't understand this. So subscribing context derived. Here we have one, and subscribing context one. And this now has a signal tracker with one context. And this is this signal tracker is I shouldn't call it signal tracker, but this signal tracker is the derived. And it has the observer context added, the component observer context. So that's correct. But now, what is this what the fuck thing? Let's remove that. Yeah. So everything's fine, but when I click it, something bad happens. So let's see again. Everything's fine. I click it. Oh, nothing happens. Oh, wait. Oh, so that was probably the what the fuck. Updating signal. Okay, let's try again. So, everything's fine. And then, you know what? We're gonna remove, I hate all this logging. Let's drop this async signal for now. Yeah, I think this is a bug that's always been there. Oh, didn't need to do that. Okay, so we're registering the derived getter. You know what? We're gonna change the name of this signal tracker because it really is the signal. But I wonder if I get like a, yeah, I get a crash with the actual signal type. How should I handle that? I don't like signal tracker. Let's call it a signal instance. It's almost like a signal, and the signal tracker is like different things. It's like the tracker of signals, but it's actually the signal itself. So we have a signal instance with no contexts yet. Oh, sorry. Yes. Of course, it has context now. Everything's fine. And then I click increase. We're updating the derived observer context. And it says yeah, and the problem this doesn't have any getters now is because when we notified, when we updated this signal, update signal. Oh, come on. So when we, god damn it. Where is it? Subscribing context. Updating signal. There we go. So when we updated this signal, the count changed to 1. We got the context. We notified the derived context that it changed. It looked to find the updater. It removed its getters and setters, which is true because now this is like an invalid context. Like it needs to be recomputed. So it calls its update, which is basically the derived callback, which is here. And it says, is dirty true? Derived updated. But for some reason, this context, let's see. So when it updates context, getters.size. Already here, this component context doesn't have any getters. Okay, server context. What did I do? What did I do? Notify observer context. Subscribing context, everything's good. We're updating, we're notifying the observer context of derived. Derived updated, updating signal. But what made, how did this become 0? Because here it is. Here it has 1. Something is deleting these getters. Or did it create a new... Wait a minute. Did it create a new observer context? Okay, let's see if they are actually the same. So we're going to take store as global variable, temp1. Let's click it. They are the same. What the hell is cleaning up the getters? We do not allow having getters when setting a signal. Wait a minute. Register setter. Oh, this is it. I think. Um, I think this is it. Like it wasn't weird that was hard to figure out. So when we set the count, I think we still have an active observer context. I think we're missing function observer. We are using here, right? Yeah, using counter. Where's signal? Or sorry, use store. I mean. Yeah. If active components. There's something going wrong here. Is this actually working? Oops, sorry. Oh, I know what's wrong. I know what's wrong. We're not popping. Yeah, this is a bug. So what we're doing is we have something called the current. No, no, this should be fine. Observer context. Oh, this should be stack trace. Confusing. So we do have a stack, and to get the current one, there needs to be. But that's the weird thing. It seems like when we're changing the count, there's still an observer context there. But that shouldn't be the case. So let's see if that's correct. Register setter. Onset value. Oh, but this is only when we have the debugger. No, that doesn't make any sense. Okay, let's. Where the hell are we? There's only two places. What was that? What was I gonna do? Deleting getter from setter. So this dot type. And the other place we can remove it is here. When we're notifying the. Oh, wait a minute. Sorry. The reason it's empty. Oh, fuck. Sorry. The reason it's empty is because we do, like, we notify. We actually notify the context. And then it should be removed because the component should reconcile again. But the thing is, we should be calling update. Oh my god. Observer. The problem is that it just doesn't reconcile. Let's see. Where's the our observer? It doesn't seem to. Let's see. So I didn't mean to do that. I mean to do this. Rendering. Context subscribe. Wait. Now I'm even more confused. This on update. Why are we just calling it? Signal. Context notify. I'm so confused. This dot snapshot. Oh, sorry. Sorry, I forgot. This is a confusing thing about. So what it does is when you subscribe, you just notify that something changed, and then it runs the a snapshot callback, which should have changed value. I'm trying to fix a bug on. I built this with Code Sandbox team. Like we used these global state stores before, but we have issues with them, so we built Impact over the last year, and we're doing some final like feedback and changes to the API. And then I noticed a bug that I'm a bit stuck on. Because I just want to clean up some. Let's see. And let me see here. Does it actually render? So now it's 0. No, it's not. Okay, so it says the context snapshot value is 4. Am I misunderstanding the using external store here? Let's see. Let's just do update here. And then we're going to look here instead. Got new snapshot. The context.snapshot. I do wonder why I have this ref though. I don't think I should have that, because I think it points to a stale. It can point to a stale reference. Maybe. Doesn't matter. Let's see. Console rendering with a snapshot. Context.snapshot. Okay. Boop. Yeah, this is fine. Rendering with snapshot. Got new snapshot 2, which is fine. And then increase So this is what I don't understand. It says this is really weird. So what the hell is happening here? Because this is, so you can imagine like the snapshot was the number 2. So this is stored in the component now. And if this value changes, the component should reconcile. And then I click it and it says got new snapshot and the number 4. And it doesn't reconcile again. There's no rendering with snapshot. I'm very confused. It returns a snapshot of the data in the store. You need to pass 2 functions. And that unsubscribes. Again, should read a snapshot of the data from the store. Subscribe function that takes a single callback argument and subscribes it to the store. When the store changes, it should invoke the provided callback. This will cause the component to re-render. Function that returns a snapshot of the data in store that needed by the component while the store has not changed. While the store has not changed, repeated calls to get snapshot must return the same value. If the store changes and the return value is different, React re-renders the component. Must be immutable if the underlying store has mutable data, blah, blah, blah. That's fine. It's a difference. If the store is mutated during a non-blocking transition, I am exceptionally confused by this. It feels like a React bug. Which version of React are we using here? I am using the beta. Maybe this is an actual bug. You know what? Let's if this is an actual React bug, then I'm gonna go batshit crazy because I spent all day with this, and this is not what I was supposed to work on. And if do we have React DOM here? React. Oh, this is another thing. Oh, dev dependencies. Yeah, let's make sure these two don't mess up. Okay. This is very interesting. By the way, is the how did we? Is this workspaces dev? Yeah, it's in there. Okay. I'm also gonna restart this one. Signal tracker? Didn't I change that? Oh, has no imported. Where's this coming from? Is that from impact? Yeah. Signal instance. Oh, this is sorry. I wonder why. Yeah. Anyways, it still doesn't work. Oh my god, I can't believe this. I'm so stuck on this. It makes absolutely no sense. Like, the sync external store got a new snapshot, but for some reason it doesn't cause a component update. I'm gonna try with React 18. Versions, is it 18? This is horrible. This is just horrible. I can't believe this. Wait. No, what's impact? Boop. Okay, so it still doesn't work. What have I done? Why doesn't this work? I'm gonna try one more thing. Because I wonder if it's where are we? Let's drop this. I'm not sure why I have this ref. I think it's for it's like for memory consumption. Like you can, because we can reuse the same context. But I'm a little bit worried about that. It doesn't matter. Okay. Oh, did I build it? I don't think I built it. React is so scary. God damn it. Okay, we have to reason about why this is happening. So, but even here, we got a new snapshot and it didn't re-render. Okay, what the hell is going on? Console.log got signals update. So it should be got signals update, updating React, retrieving snapshot, which should now be a new snapshot. Could it be because of this? Like, what if we got a new snapshot? And it says 0. And then for some reason, React is... No, we are rendering, sorry. Yeah, or maybe that's it. So we're rendering based on snapshot being 0. And then, yeah, this is interesting. So I think maybe React is like checking the sync external store so that when it is done rendering based on the snapshot being 0, like rendering with snapshot 0, so rendering with snapshot 0, and then it does a check. What is the snapshot now? And it's changed to 2, but it should still have been 0. Oh, maybe I'm doing this snapshot. Oh my god. Oh, maybe I'm doing this snapshotting the wrong way. Because I thought like snapshotting would be like a pure, like as long as it increments, we're fine. It's more of a way to. Where do I actually increase the snapshot now? Context snapshot. Where is observer context? So snapshot is 0. Okay, so when we notify, I don't think we should use the past snapshot. But that means we did notify. How can it have changed its snapshot? The only time the context changes its snapshot is when it's being notified. But we're not notifying anywhere here. I don't understand this. How could this snapshot have changed without? Oh, it's when we register a getter. A context can be notified about an update between consumption and subscription of a signal. Oh, we keep track of the latest signal snapshot track to enable React to see a stale subscription and render again. Yeah, because that's what I would expect. It's like when React renders, it does another check on the snapshot. If it's different from when rendered, it should just render again. But it doesn't do that. I'm just going to check something. So what if we don't follow this? Does it then work? No, it doesn't work then either. Why isn't it rendering? What the hell is going on? Okay, so now we don't have that like maybe iffy thing. We have a snapshot. We're subscribing to the context. We got a snapshot of the number 0. And then we click. We're updating. We're notifying the observer context. It got an update. And then it has a new snapshot. But nothing is happening. It doesn't render. Why the fuck doesn't it render? What the fuck? I'm just gonna test something. Is it completely broken? Like if I do count here, is this also broken? Oh yeah, it's completely broken. You know what? I have a feeling this is a wheat issue now. I'm gonna delete the cache of wheat. I have a feeling it's like mixed React versions or something. There's something very iffy going on here. Or wait, it's probably... no. You know what? I'm gonna delete null modules. Does this have... no. Vite? Okay, I'm gonna delete null modules and we're gonna install this whole thing again. There's something really weird going on here. I am... wait a minute. I'm completely blown away by this. Why isn't this working? Wait a minute. Is it because... does it actually run the... let's see. Symbol dispose. Popping. Oh, seriously? Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh, for fuck's sake. It's, what am I using here? It's not disposing. It's not using the using keyword. That's the problem, I think. There's no popping going on here. Oh my god. Oh, for fuck's sake. Use store. Symbol.dispose. Adding disposer. I can't believe this. Is this the freaking issue? Adding disposer. But it doesn't run the disposer. That's the problem. Why isn't it doing that? Let's look at the counter. Does it have the actual... It has symbol dispose. Well, wait a minute. Active component observer context. I'm so confused. If I'm adding the disposer and it's gone, it means it has run this code. I'm adding disposer. There's no popping here, but it has removed the symbol. What the hell removed the symbol? My god, I'm going batshit crazy. It's so frustrating. This was supposed to be a fun session. Oh, it's this one. But how can it be adding... Oh my god, there's something wrong with the active component observer context. So what it seems to me is that the first time it renders, how can it do it twice? Wait, am I using it? Oh, for fuck's sake, I'm using it here as well. Oh, for fuck's sake. Well, this is fine actually, but it made me confused. Let's move this stuff into... let's simplify this. Using counter. We don't need test 2. Oh my god. Oh, now it's suddenly working. Was it because I was not using the... Was that the whole issue? Oh, are you kidding me? So that broke the whole application? Why did it break? Oh yeah, of course. But yeah, it just completely messes up the popping of the stack. But I added an error for this. Like, oh, it's only with the impact debugger. Okay, so we're gonna change something. So this is such a tricky thing. Wow, this is very interesting. Warning. So I was doing this check. Yeah, this should not be... So is development for impact is the usage of the impact debugger. But I think we need to do this. We need to make this very clear. I did not know that could break it so badly. Um, is there a way to detect React development mode? I don't think there is. Yeah. I don't like this. I would like to ask React about this. Because this is really bad, right? If you forget to use the using keyword, it can like completely break and you have no idea why it's breaking. And you might not use the impact debugger. So we really need to... Oh, okay. So what we can do is... okay, let's... rename... as used explicit resource. Like the point is, you don't strictly need this boolean. You don't strictly as used. You know, let's call this false. Stack trace. Else, we're just gonna do... So you don't get... I don't want to create that stack trace. Okay, I think this is fine. We'll just add the stack trace. Maybe we don't... Yeah, because this becomes an async error. So the reason I grabbed the stack trace here is to give you an actual stack trace of where it's happening. Okay, so let's remove all this crazy stuff. I can't believe that broke it so badly. It's kind of... I'm a little bit worried about this. Like, it's funny, I didn't notice it when I used this. So it might be because I'm in this unique situation where I'm kind of moving between these two signatures. Um, oh. And that's why it happened. But still, it could happen. The question now is that in production, we'll be creating these like micro tasks that verifies that you were using the using keyword. Then we need to fix the thing we. Okay, and this is in, was it the observer context? No, it was the actual signal instance. Didn't I remove a shit ton of stuff somewhere? Like it was in notify. I think it was here that we, yeah, here we are. Wait, why didn't it pick this up when I searched for it? This scared the hell out of me. Yeah, exactly. So now it shows us that we weren't using the using keyword, but I really don't want to. I wonder how React detects if it's in development or production. Because Vite has its way. It uses the meta thing. Maybe it just checks everything. Like React checks, does process n equal this or meta equal this? Like is production would rather be the check. Where you check process.node equals production. Okay, I think we're gonna try that and see how that works. Because there's really two ways to detect production now. So let's do that. Is production instead. And then we're gonna say this is not or type of process is not equal to undefined and process.end node n equals production or type of meta is not equal to undefined and meta dot, what was it? Meta oh sorry, import. Well, import isn't undefined, but import, is the import meta always there? Yeah, I think so. And what was the check? Okay, let's do mode equals production. Okay, so is production is if we don't have any signal debug hooks or import meta Let's do a TS ignore on that one. Where did my process node then go? Ooh? Oh, did I replace it? There we go. Oh. TS ignore. Okay, so now we're checking rather that we're in production. And if you know, well, we're gonna okay, we're gonna change this. We're still gonna call this is development. But we're gonna have a constant of is production. This might seem a little bit weird, but the reason is that the is development is development that's is using debugger. Well, let's do that instead. Is using debugger. And then is production. Okay, cool. So is using debugger. Or not is production. So we should only do this in development. So now, even if I'm not using the debugger, I will still get this report. But now I'll get it with the stack trace as well. So here we go. Use counter. Here we see it immediately. Oh, sorry. In app, here we see it. Cool. That's a good thing. And then we can kind of reset this whole thing back to its. I can't believe this. And then using counter. Now it's working just fine. I can't believe it. At least we figured it out so that nobody else goes into this trap. Oh, I can't believe this. That made me feel better. Okay. At least you got to listen to me having a hard time. Which can be comforting or encouraging. I think. I think that's like a stream can be so many things, and that's definitely one of them. Just seeing someone else struggle a ton is encouraging in its own way. Nice. So I think everything is the way it should be here. And now we're kind of going to the boring part, which is updating documentation. So what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna stop streaming, and I'm gonna write the documentation after I've eaten some lunch, and then I'll do another stream where we're gonna go and continue refactoring the family Scrum app and kind of talk about what's hopefully the final API of this. Yes. Cool. Thanks for tagging along, and then I'll see you maybe on the next stream. Bye bye.